Hi everyone, my name is Chiffonade from Mirepoix.com, where we help you to level up and show the world the best version of yourself. Welcome to Cooking in English, where we master the language of food. Today, we are diving into the wonderful world of culinary vocabulary and phrases in English. Whether you're a beginner cook or seasoned chef, understanding these terms is essential for whipping up delicious dishes with confidence. So grab your apron and let's get started. Have you ever found yourself scratching your head while reading a recipe in English? Trust me, you are not alone. Understanding culinary vocabulary is like unlocking the secret code to cooking success. It's not just about knowing what ingredients to use, it's about mastering the language that brings recipes to life. Stick around and I'll show you why it's worth the effort. Why learn culinary vocabulary? Picture this. You're attempting a new recipe and it calls for a culinary term you have never heard before. Panic sets in as you frantically Google its meaning. Sound familiar? Learning culinary vocabulary isn't just about avoiding kitchen disasters. It's about becoming a fluent, confident cook. Whether you're following a recipe, chatting with fellow foodies, or exploring international cuisines, knowing the language of food opens up a world of culinary possibilities. Essential culinary terms and phrases. Let's start with the basics. Flour, sugar, salt. These are the building blocks to countless recipes. But do you know how to say them with confidence? In this chapter, we'll break down essential culinary terms like a pro, from ingredients to cooking techniques and kitchen tools. You'll soon be speaking the language of food like a seasoned chef. Ingredients: eggs, protein-rich food produced by birds, commonly used as a binding agent, leavening agent, or main ingredient in various dishes. Milk, dairy liquid produced by mammals, used in cooking, baking, and beverages for its creamy texture and nutritional value. Tomato, edible fruit used in cooking and salads, known for its juicy texture and tangy flavor. Pepper, spice made from ground peppercorns, used to add heat and flavor to dishes. Oil, liquid fat used for frying, sautéing, and dressing salads. Butter, dairy product made from churning cream used for cooking and baking. Cooking techniques: sauté, cooking food quickly in a small amount of butter or oil over high heat. Simmer, cooking food gently in liquid over low heat for a long period of time. Boil, cooking food in water or another liquid at a high temperature. Grill, cooking food over direct heat, usually on a grill or barbecue. Roast, cooking food in an oven or over an open flame, usually with dry heat. Bake, cooking food in an oven using dry heat, typically for bread, cake, and pastries. Kitchen tools and equipment. Knife, sharp tool used for cutting, slicing, and chopping ingredients. Cutting board, surface used for cutting and preparing food. Skillet, pan with a flat bottom and low sides, used for frying and sautéing. Pot, deep cooking vessel used for boiling, simmering, and steaming. Oven, kitchen appliance used for baking, roasting, and broiling. Spatula, utensil with a broad, flat blade used for flipping and lifting food. Whisk, utensil with wire loops used for beating, whipping, and mixing ingredients. Advanced culinary vocabulary. Ready to take your culinary vocabulary to the next level? Get ready for a deep dive into the world of advanced terms and phrases. Ever heard of blanching or deglazing? How about bok choy or quinoa? These specialized terms may sound intimidating, but fear not. I'll demystify them for you and show you how to incorporate them into your culinary repertoire with ease. Let's expand the list of advanced culinary vocabulary. Quinoa, an ancient grain native to the Andean region of South America, prized for its high protein content and nutty flavor. Quinoa is gluten-free and versatile, used as a base for salads, pilafs, and porridges, or as a substitute for rice and other grains. Chiffonade, a knife-cutting technique that involves thinly slicing leafy greens or herbs into long, narrow strips. Chiffonade is often used to garnish salads, soups, and pasta dishes, and enhances the presentation and texture of the dish. Degustation, a French term for a tasting menu or culinary experience that involves sampling small portions of multiple dishes or courses. Degustation menus are often offered at fine dining restaurants and allow diners to experience a variety of flavors and technique in a meal. Degustation menus are often offered at fine dining restaurants and allow diners to experience a variety of flavors and techniques in a single meal. Sous vide, a cooking technique that involves vacuum sealing food in a plastic pouch and cooking it in a water bath at a precisely controlled temperature for an extended period. Sous vide cooking results in evenly cooked, tender, and flavorful dishes and is popular for meat, fish, and vegetables. Mirepoix, a classic French flavor base made from diced onions, carrots, and celery sautéed in butter or oil, used as a foundation for stews, soups, sauces, and braises. Mirepoix adds depth and aromatic complexity to dishes and is a fundamental element of French cuisine. Julienne, a knife-cutting technique that involves cutting vegetables or fruits into thin, matchstick-like strips. Julienne is often used for garnishes, salads, and stir-fry, and adds visual appeal and texture to dishes. En papillote, a French cooking method that involves wrapping food in parchment paper or foil and baking it in the oven. Cooking en papillote seals in moisture and flavor, resulting in tender and flavorful dishes and is often used for fish, chicken, and vegetables. These culinary terms and techniques may seem daunting at first, but with practice and experimentation, you'll soon master them and elevate your cooking to new heights. In this chapter, we will learn some common phrases that'll come in handy in your culinary adventures, from asking for help to checking if a dish is ready. These phrases will help you navigate the kitchen with confidence and clarity. Can you pass me the salt, pepper, knife, spatula? This phrase is used to politely ask someone to hand you a specific ingredient or kitchen tool that you will need for cooking. Is the chicken, pasta, or soup ready yet? Use this phrase to inquire about the readiness or cooking progress of a particular dish. Could you help me with chopping, slicing, stirring, or setting the table? When you need assistance with a particular task in the kitchen, such as chopping vegetables or stirring a pot, you can politely ask someone for their help. How do I sauté, bake, boil, or steam these vegetables, potatoes, or chicken breasts? If you're unfamiliar with a specific technique or cooking method, don't hesitate to ask for guidance. Would you like to taste and give feedback on the sauce, the dessert, or the appetizer? When you've prepared a dish and want to get feedback or opinions from others, offer them a chance to taste it. Practical application. Cooking demo. Now that we've covered the essential culinary vocabulary and phrases, it's time to put our knowledge into action with a cooking demonstration. Today we are making the quintessential American classic, the cheeseburger. Let's dive in. Here are the ingredients you need for our classic cheeseburger. Ground beef, hamburger buns, cheese slices, and your favorite toppings like lettuce, tomato, and pickles. First, we'll season our ground beef with salt and pepper and shape it into patties. While they're cooking on the grill, we will lightly toast our hamburger buns to perfection. The smell of burgers on the grill is irresistible. As the patties cook, we'll add a slice of cheese on top to melt into gooey perfection. Now comes the fun part, assembly. We'll stack our juicy patties onto the toasted buns and pile on our toppings. Lettuce, tomato, onions, pickles, you name it. And there you have it, the classic cheeseburger. Juicy, cheesy, and oh so delicious. Now, let's talk a bit about the history of this iconic American dish. The cheeseburger has a fascinating history, with origins dating back to the late 1920s or early 1930s. Legend has it that it was first created in either Pasadena, California, or Louisville, Kentucky. One popular story credits a 16-year-old named Lionel Stenberger for inventing the cheeseburger in a restaurant called The Right Spot in Pasadena. Regardless of its exact origin, the cheeseburger quickly became a beloved staple of the American cuisine, enjoyed by people of all ages. Today, you can find it served in countless variations at restaurants, diners, and fast food chains across the country. And there you have it, folks, the classic cheeseburger, a timeless favorite that is as American as apple pie. Recap and practice. We've covered a lot of ground today, but don't worry, I've got your back. In this chapter, we'll recap the key points we've covered, and I'll give you some tips for practicing your culinary vocabulary. Number 1. Read recipes aloud. When following a recipe, read the ingredients and instructions out loud. This not only helps reinforce your understanding of culinary terms, but also improves your pronunciation. Take your time to familiarize yourself with each ingredient and cooking technique as you go along. Number 2. Watch cooking shows with subtitles. Watching cooking shows is not only entertaining, but also educational. Choose shows with subtitles or closed captioning enabled, and pay close attention to the culinary vocabulary used by the hosts and chefs. Pause the show if necessary to look up unfamiliar terms and jot them down for later reference. Number 3. Join cooking classes or workshops. Participating in cooking classes or workshops is a hands-on way to immerse yourself in culinary vocabulary and techniques. Whether it's an in-person class or online course, interacting with instructors and fellow participants allows you to practice using culinary terms in real time and gain valuable feedback. By incorporating these tips into your culinary journey, you'll soon become more confident and proficient in using culinary vocabulary in various contexts. So don't be afraid to get creative in the kitchen and explore new recipes with your newfound language skills. Thank you for joining me on Cooking in English. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tasty tips and language learning adventures. Until next time, happy cooking and bon appetit. If you want to learn more, go to our website, chrisamerica's.com. I will see you in the next video. Bye.